For the first time in 12 years, Sacramento's District 5 is electing a new council member. It is one of 3 open seats in the June 7th primary. Longtime council member Jay Chenier will not be running for re-election, and so ABC 10's Van 2 has a look at who is in the race.
There are 4 names in the running for District 5, and they all point to the same top issues for their community.
It's without question that the #1 issue on everyone's mind is homelessness.
Sacramento's #1 issue would be the homeless problem and the violence.
I think it's a combination of violence and affordable housing.
Is now that we have a lot of needs-based in the community, have homeless in the community, we have communities that weren't a part of the district before.
Due to redistricting, District 5 boundaries now wrap around Oak Park, Hollywood Park, and a stretch of South Sacramento. It no longer includes Curtis Park, one of the city's wealthier neighborhoods. Tamiko Heim, a 20-year state worker and one of the city's active transportation commissioners, says the redrawn lines itself may be the district's greatest challenge.
We really need city services that we don't have anymore, like District 5 does not have a library.
She says with her lifelong ties to the area, she will bring action to the community with experience in government and volunteerism with the Black Child Legacy campaign. Heim has supporters in the mayor, councilmember Chenier, and law enforcement groups. She has raised roughly $34,000. Meanwhile, Katie Maple, the director of a homeless advocacy nonprofit and former legislative analyst for progressive nonprofits and cannabis industries, has had a head start in the race, campaigning since 2020 and raising $65,000 through small contributions, not accepting any from law enforcement or developers.
Not because I don't want to work with these people, I do. I believe that you always need to have an open door and you have to work with everyone. But my reason for doing so is there is a lack of trust in the community between politicians, where they get their money from, and the decisions that they make. And so I really want my constituency to know that I am not bought and paid for.
A former homeless youth, Maple says she wants to reduce poverty in District 5. Unlike the top contenders in the race, Kimberly So, an administrative assistant who has lived in Oak Park for almost a decade, says her campaign to invest in youth and mental health have been through word of mouth, not through signs or mailers.
I'm an environmentalist and I don't want to put pollution out in the earth like that. I'm kind of an unrecognized name in Sacramento. But I care about my community, I care about the safety and well-being, and that's why I'm running.
Chris Baker, a retired grocery store manager who had a troubled upbringing, says his nickname as the OG Preacher Man exemplifies his ability to speak to at-risk youth.
Because I relate to them that way. And I can go into a juvenile facility, I can go into areas that nobody want to go.
While he says he'll be a no-nonsense leader, he'll keep realistic expectations on his campaign promise to curb community violence and invest in small businesses.
When you're elected, you can't go right in and do all those things. And I make it a promise to people that I'm not going to stand here and tell you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but I say, would you guys help? And in unity, we can achieve at least 1 or 2 of them and then set goals to create the rest of them and get it done.